Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. I just paused for a few minutes just to let you know that, hey, today's broadcast, I'm talking about Colorado football team top 5 defensive player this year in 2025. This team is led by their defensive coordinator, Robert Livingston. Robert Livingston is going into his second year as a defensive coordinator, and recently he just signed a new extension contract for about $3 million. So it's good to know that we got a defensive coordinator coming back for his second year to be with this team, and I expect the Colorado defense to be the best position on this year football team. Their defense will win the Big 12 this year. Well, I'm going to pause. Before I get in my top 5 players on the defensive side, I got to get a shout out to Coach Prime and his staff. The way they have built this team, we know Cameron Simeon Craig is gone. We know Shiloh is gone. We know we're going to be missing the 2 linebackers. Hill Green, Bentley, they're gone. On the front line, we're going to be missing Block Bullet. But if you pay attention to what Colorado has done to replace those players, you got to like what they done. On the defensive side, on the defensive front, the linebacker position, and you just got to like the overall what they have done in the trenches. Multiple players they brought in to help out in the trenches this year. Through the transfer portal, through the high school commits, and I'm telling you, we still going to add some more players at the end of the spring portal. Well, Bernard, who are the 5 players on the defense that you got top 5 for Coach Prime and the Colorado football team? The number 1 on my list is the cornerback, DJ McKennon. DJ McKennon started as a freshman for Colorado. His first year as a defensive back for Colorado because he transferred in from Oklahoma State. DJ McKennon is 6'2", 190 pounds. On many occasions, we have heard Coach Prime say that DJ McKennon is a first-round NFL draft at that position. He's tall, he's lean, he can move, he can cover, he can press cover, he'll come up and hit. You just got to like the way he plays football aggressively on the field. Now, DJ McKennon this past year had a total of 61 tackles. 43 of them was solo, by himself. Didn't need no help. Will come up and hit you. That's what I like about DJ McKennon. He got the long arms. He can cover you in press coverage. He can knock you off your route. And also, he had 3 interceptions on the season last year and 1 forced fumble. DJ McKennon is one of the best 5 players on this defensive side of the ball for Coach Prime and Colorado going in this 2025 season. Now, the second player that I got on my list is going to be Colton Hood. Colton Hood did not start on the defensive side, but when they got ready to call on him, and he played a lot on the defensive side at that cornerback position, especially when Travis was out and injured, and whenever the other team offense went out for 4 wide receiver sets, Colton Hood was out there. Colton Hood is 5'11", 190 pounds. He transferred in last year from Auburn University. The report came out last year if Colton Hood had stayed at Auburn, he would have been a legit starter. He was guaranteed to be a starting defensive back for the Auburn Tigers in the SEC. He decided he wanted to transfer to Colorado to play for Coach Prime because his brother, Brandon Hood, was going to transfer up there. Well, that let you know those brothers are real tight. I expect Brandon Hood on the offensive side as a running back to show us what he got this year with a running back coach by Marshall Faulk, a Hall of Famer. It's going to be interesting to see how they use him in his offense this year in 2025. Let's get back to Colton Hood. Colton Hood is physical at that line of strength. He will not let a wide receiver come off the line of strength. He just won't. He just won't. He will fight you. Fight you. Press coverage. Just about every play. Whenever you watch the film of Colton Hood in 2024, he always up on the line of scrimmage against that wide receiver. Now, if you pay attention to his play in 2024, when he went up against Arizona, Arizona had the #1 wide receiver, Mac Millen. But guess who's on? You remember Travis Hunter was out that game. Colton Hood went out there and shot him down. Only 2 receptions that he had the whole game. The whole game, a All-American wide receiver. Colton Hood went up there with that press coverage and locked him down. Then on one play over there on the sideline, you remember, Mac Millen ran him off. He thought he had ran him off, but Colton Hood stopped in the middle of his track to come back, and he got the interception on him. Boy, give me that. I'll tell you y'all, boy, Colton Hood is the man. I'll tell you, he's the best defensive back on Colorado this year. And to me, he's the best defensive back in the country. You saw him on Well Off. Corey Phillips, player director for Colorado, said, hey, the next Jim Thorpe Award this year in 2025. I said it here first. Then they put the camera on Colton Hood. Colton Hood want that smoke. Physical at the line of scrimmage. Will fight you. Will fight any wide receiver to catch the ball. You saw him in that game against Cincinnati. They throw the ball. The dude wide receiver caught it. Colton Hood knocked the ball up in the air. The Heisman Trophy. Travis Hunter came down with the interception. And DJ McKennon came in and made that block. And Travis got some extra yards. Colton Hood will fight you. He will give up 15 yards, penalty, and interference before he let a wide receiver catch that ball on him. He's a fighter. That's who you want on your team, on that defensive back side. Colton Hood, the best, I'm telling you, the best cornerback in college football this year. Unless you tell me somebody else or somebody else I don't know, I'm going with Colton Hood. I'm riding with Colton Hood. Whoever the #1 wide receiver on your team in 2024, 2025, Coach Prime put Colton Hood on him. Lockdown. Straight lockdown. Lockdown cornerback. Colton Hood. You heard it in the video. Yeah, boy, I stay strapped. Yeah. Y'all thought he was talking about something else. Yeah. Y'all ain't used to that talk. Boy, I stay strapped. That strap means I'm going to lock you up. Colton Hood will lock you up. Strap City, my dog from the state of Georgia. I'm telling y'all, man. Hey, I done gave you 2 players so far that's on Colorado team in the top 5 of their defense this year that's coming back. You're watching Sports Talk. Will B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. And hit that bell notification. It'll let you know whenever I drop a video, like now, and go live. All right? Hey, and also, don't forget the Cash App. CB Watts. 1. Number 9. CB Watts. The number 9. That's my Cash App. All right? Appreciate it. Appreciate everything you do. Everything that you do and send for me, going straight to the broadcast. Straight to the broadcast. Straight to the broadcast. Appreciate it. DJ McKennon. Colton Hood. Well, who is the next one, Bernard? They brought a linebacker in. My dog, Coach Andre Hart, brought a linebacker in from Jackson State University. And his name is Regin Hughes. Regin Hughes is one of the best linebackers that was at Jacksonville State University last year. This dude had a total of 83 tackles. Let me say that again. He had a total of 83 tackles, 17 tackles from 100. Only played 12 games. That lets you know, boy, he would put them shoulder pads on you, and he ain't scared to come up and make physical contact with a running back or a quarterback. 83 tackles. He's a sideline to sideline linebacker whenever I watch this film. Fast. You remember them plays they were running on us last year? Them wheel routes with them running backs? It's because our linebacker was slow, even though they was good. Even though they had a good season, Hill, Green, Bentley coming up and being physical at the line of scrimmage. Well, our problem was we could not cover a running back out of the backfield because we were lacking the speed at that linebacker position. Well, Coach Hart got one. Regin Hughes. I expect Regin Hughes to be the Mike linebacker this year, the green guy. That's my opinion. Coach Robert Livingston and Coach Hart might decide something there. But Regin Hughes, he's physical, he's long, he's strong, and he's fast. That's the type of linebacker that you want on the side of the ball for Colorado this year. I'm telling you right now, Regin Hughes is one of the best players on Colorado defensive side of the ball in 2025. Remember that name? Remember that name. Regin Hughes, the transfer in from Jacksonville State University. Regin Hughes. Well, coming down to the fourth player. Well, who's that fourth player, B. Watts? His name is Ardon Walker. Remember that name? Didn't start last year because of Sam Okaloka, and I think, I don't forgot who the other starter was over there. But Ardon Walker is coming in with a total of 33 tackles. 33. 23 of them by himself were solos. Solos tackles. And he had a total of 5 sacks and 1 forced fumble. I'm telling you right now, Ardon Walker, I expect him to be the starter on that defensive end this year. I expect him. He's quick off the line of scrimmage, and once he make contact with you, you're going down. Ain't no dragging. No, sir. Ain't no dragging trying to get no 1 or 2 yards going forward. When Ardon Walker put them shoulder pads on you from that end, that quarterback going down. Ain't no escaping. I'm telling you, the limited plays that he got last year, the limited plays that he had last year, I'm telling you, he made them count. 33 tackles, 23 solos, 5 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Ardon Walker, coming into 2025 season, will be one of the best players on Colorado defense this year. Look out for him. Ardon Walker ain't coming to play with you. Quick like a cat off that line of scrimmage. Lawrence Taylor type of guy. And this is just his second year going in. He got 2 more years. Once the strength and conditioning coach get through with him, in about 2 more years, yeah, he gonna get drafted. He just got too much talent on the outside of our defense in Colorado. Coach Prime got a winner in Ardon Walker. And this year, he gonna be coached by, you already know who it is, George Hilo is the outside linebacker and defensive end coach this year for Coach Prime and the Colorado. Once George Hilo worked with him, sharpen his tools, yeah, look for big things from Ardon Walker this year for Colorado. I'm telling you, he's one of the best. He's one of the top 5 players that's coming back on this team this year. On the defensive side of the ball on. All right? All right. Well, who's the last person, B. Watts? I'm glad you asked. Hey, I'm glad you asked. It's a guy that transferred in from the University of San Antonio, Texas. And his name is Martavius French, a linebacker that Coach Andre Hart went out and recruited. Look at here, let me tell y'all something. Now, I call him can't get right. But listen, boy, I'm telling you, this dude finna put some folks in the medical tent. Yeah, you heard it. A new danger zone is finna be reborn for Colorado this year on the defensive side of the ball. And it starts with Regin Hughes at that linebacker, and the other linebacker that's going to be paired with him that I think and hope so is Martavius French. Martavius French had a total of 82 tackles last year for San Antonio, Texas. The key thing is, I ain't never heard of this before. He had 17 total tackles for losses. That lets you know he can read a defense and he always in your backfield. Now listen, how can a player of his size, and he's not little, he's 6'2", 230. How can a player like that end up in your backfield and make 17 tackles for loss and you ain't playing but 12 games? He making every play count, y'all. I'm telling you, Martavius French, he is one of the best. And you're going to hear this name a lot this upcoming year in the Big 12 Championship. I'm putting you on notice, Big 12 football conference. Martavius French and Regin Hughes, it's going to be a lot of blue tents going over there on that sideline. Them boys will hunt. And when they hit you, you going down. You going down. You going down. Hey, I'm telling you, those are the top 5 players coming in for Colorado and Coach Prime defensive side of the ball in 2025. Look out for them. DJ McKennon, Colton Hood, Regin Hughes, Ardon Walker, and Martavius French. Those are my top 5 players on the defensive side this year for Coach Prime. If you agree, let me know in the comment section. If you disagree, also let me know in the comment section. Let me know your top 5 or your top 3 for Colorado defensive side of the ball in 2025 in the comment section. I appreciate each and one of you for your comments. And if you don't mind, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And also hit that bell notification. It'll let you know whenever I go live. All right? Hey, this is a pre-recorded show, and I want to thank y'all for watching it. I don't take your viewership for granted. Anytime anybody can watch a video of mine, I really appreciate it. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Thank you, and tune in to the next time I come on. All right? All right. I appreciate it. Sco Buff.